So I'm finally getting around to answering this question because a lot of people have been asking me and spamming my DMs and spamming my comments asking. So short answer, it's on a permanent hiatus. So if that's all you're looking for, that's it. Long answer is, as I've been posting about recently, my situation has changed a lot. My school has been providing me with a lot of anxiety, and I've moved back home with my parents, so I'm no longer in my usual filming situation, so that also changes things. And the series has kind of burnt me out, so I wanted to take a step back, and then stepping back has led to like 4 months now, which isn't good. So I'm sorry to everybody who's been waiting for it, but right now I'm not in the state to film something like that. I don't know. I just am not in the mindset to film that, the series. Will I come back to it? Maybe in the future, but for right now, I want to focus on just making stupid content on TikTok, and I'm on other things, like I'm on Twitch, on like twitch.tv/Forest. I'm doing streams. I'm actually going to DM a game on there with a bunch of people. I have a podcast with the Patreon with Ephemeral Forest, like talking about like fun stuff that I like to do and like all that kind of jazz. So if you want to follow, I completely understand. Listen, I'm not making the content you want, but I hope that the content I do make is enough to keep some of you around and some of you to enjoy it. So that's a long or short answer. I'll try to answer questions in the comments or things of that sort, but that's it, really.
Father, why do you think Miss Frizzle takes us on these field trips?
Because it's her job, Steven.
But they're not even starting to make sense anymore. Like today she took us to factory farms to watch how our food gets made.
You know, teachers teach.
And she did her usual. She made us watch as the animals got horribly slaughtered while giving us weird facts, like how 80% of the pigs have pneumonia when they're killed, or how they give like their chickens chlorine baths. But I just got fed up with it, you know?
And bakers bake.
I just asked her. I was like, Miss Frizzle, why are we here? Why are you teaching us this?
And plumbers plumb. Wait, no, that one doesn't work.
And then she got real quiet and looked me in the eyes and said, Stephen, scientists need a vast array of knowledge. So why not learn this?
Well, now I'm curious.
Is it bad that I think she's right?
You hold that thought, Steven? I'm trying to put a list together. So, tour guides, guide, but what do chefs do?
Son, you seem a bit winded. What's wrong? That's because today Miss Frizzle made us watch as a tornado destroyed a town. Well, that wouldn't be my first gust. During class today, she got a weather alert on her phone, and that was the happiest I've ever seen her. She took you for a spin. She made us pile onto the bus and told us in nature, a lot of things are random, so a scientist can never give up an opportunity to watch nature at work. Got you all twisted? So we flew halfway across the country, just in time as an F3 tornado touched down. Okay, I'm done with the jokes. And we observed as the tornado took out businesses, homes, cars, and people. Actually, I have one more. The winds were all gone. Miss Frizzle, giddy as can be, looked at us and said, the winds were at 200 miles per hour and could have easily killed any of you. She really blew you away. I guessed she did.
I just think it's weird that Miss Frizzle was trying to teach us migration patterns by watching geese collide with airplanes.
Hey kid.
Hey there, new kid.
Pudding.
Word of advice, new kid, stop asking questions about Miss Frizzle.
There's so many things to ask. Like, how can she take kids on these field trips? What's up with her magic school bus and the lizard? And why none of you think this is weird? Don't worry, Miss Frizzle loves questions. She thinks it's the mark of a great scientist. But the more questions you ask, the more she likes you. And the more she likes you, the more trouble you're in. People keep saying that, but what does it mean for Miss Frizzle to like me? Trust me, you don't want it. So let this interest in Miss Frizzle fizzle out. Whatever, Carlos. This a joke? Don't Carlos me. I'm trying to save you from a busload of trouble. So just drop the questions. Comprende?
Okay, I get you.
Good. Here's your pudding back. Cruising on down Main Street.
Eat all my pudding.
Son, I see you're in the fetal position again.
Yeah, today Miss Frizzle decided to show us one of the deadliest animals on the planet.
Hippos, right? I love hippos.
No, today was about freshwater snails.
I just think they're so neat.
And we laughed at first too, until Miss Frizzle showed us the snails laying eggs, and then those eggs finding human hosts.
I always like those ones from Madagascar, like Moto Moto.
Miss Frizzle called it schistosomiasis, and as we watched, she explained how the parasites will make their victims writhe in stomach pain for years and years.
You know the one that was like, I like them big.
And as the light left the last person's eyes, Miss Frizzle smiled and said the snail kills about 20,000 people a year.
What do we watch those movies? You want to come, son?
I think I'm good in the fetal.
Hey, son, mind telling me why you're bundled up on the floor?
That's because today, Miss Frizzle was challenged.
Because of all the snow.
She overheard my friend Tony say he thinks he's immune to the cold. So she replied, scientists test their hypotheses.
I will say I do hate winter.
So Miss Frizzle loaded us all up on the bus, us in our winter clothes and Tony in his shorts, and drove it straight to the top of Mount Everest.
I break out in hives.
When we got to the top, Miss Frizzle pushed Tony out into the snow and said it only takes 5 minutes for hypothermia to set in at negative 50 degrees. Mount Everest gets as cold as negative 60.
Now I'm craving something cold.
It only took 30 minutes for Tony to end up a popsicle, and all Miss Frizzle said was in science, first-hand experience trumps all.
Shots in a popsicle. You want one?
No, I'm good.
Oh, Mr. Stevens, what brings you to the principal's office?
Can I make a complaint about a teacher?
Of course you can. We want to make sure this school has a safe and nurturing environment.
About Miss Frizzle. So does the fish again, but this time baby?
Shh! You never know where the chameleon is. I'm gonna get his once. I cannot help you.
But Miss Frizzle.
Miss Frizzle takes one class of 6th graders every year on wacky and fun adventures, and sure, some of them come back needing therapy, or don't come back at all. But if we don't kick up a fuss, then at the end of the year, some gold makes its way into the end of the year budget.
You can't be serious.
Of course I am. Do you know how expensive it is to run a school? Then we pay for this shit through PTA base sales.
But the fish babies.
Suck it up. It is 1 year, and then you move on. Unless she's taking a liking to you.
And if she has?
And God have mercy on your soul.
Hey, son, I'm here to pick you up. Did you have a fun day with Miss Frizzle?
She turned us into rain.
You didn't say it was going to rain today.
Miss Frizzle asked what we wanted to learn. And then one of the kids said, I want to learn about the weather like an idiot. So she just smiled and said, okay.
But weathermen can be unreliable.
So somehow, some way, she ripped every molecule apart and turned us into little raindrops in the sky.
Remember when that local guy said it was going to blizzard?
And once we were rain, we started dropping. So fast, I felt my body being ripped apart as I slammed into the ground.
We barely got 2 inches.
But that didn't end it. No. Once we hit the ground, we evaporated again into the sky to just get dropped down as rain over and over again.
But how else are you going to figure out the weather?
She didn't turn us back until the bell rang. And she said, now you know what it's like to be in the water cycle.
That's enough about that. Do you want to pick up some chicken nuggets on the way home?
As long as they're spicy.
Oh, son, I'm back from my trip. How was yours with Miss Frizzle?
Today, Miss Frizzle taught us about whales.
Well, in my trip, I went to Old Navy and bought this cardigan.
She flew the bus to the Indian Ocean, shrinking it down to the size of a crow, and let a blue whale eat us.
I saw it on the clearance rack, and I was like, Roger, it's calling your name.
As we explored the creature's insides, Miss Frizzle spoke of how the whale is the gentle giant of the sea, how man in its hubris has hunted him to near extinction.
So I said, you know what? I'm going to spoil myself this week.
As we approached the belly of the beast, Miss Frizzle rose and said, Jonah, spend 3 days here in order to earn a second chance from God. But the real question is, have we earned one? After all humanity has done to the whales.
Don't worry, Steven, I got you something too.
Father said back that I couldn't say we do.
Here, do you like it?
I love it, Father.
Son, it's 6 o'clock in the morning. Have you been up all night?
I'm sorry, I just couldn't sleep. I've been replaying something that Miss Frizzle said to us on our last trip.
What was the interesting lesson Miss Frizzle taught you?
So she wanted us to learn about dinosaurs. So she took us to the Cretaceous period.
Speaking of dinosaurs, you remember those Land Before Time movies?
She made us watch as the meteor came down to wipe out all life on the planet.
I think I used to love those as a kid, you know, the little dinosaurs.
As the rubble and ash ran its peak, she raised her hands to the heavens and said, this is the 5th great mass extinction.
My favorite was the duck one, like Ducky.
She lowered her arms and said humans are living through the 6th extinction. Could we have survived this?
Oh, and Spike.
The more Miss Frizzle teaches, the more I seem to question.
You know, the real question is, do you want to watch The Land Before Time?
I like that. I like that a lot.
Well, son, you stared at your water for a little bit. See something in there?
See, Father, Today, Miss Frizzle took us to the ocean.
The ocean? That's where I met your mother.
She dove straight past the blue into the inky blackness until we couldn't see anything. And she turned to us and said 80% of the ocean's horrors have gone unexplored.
She, a lifeguard. Me, the original boogie board champ.
Suddenly, this tentacle monster latched itself onto the bus, crushing it, letting water seep in.
A big wave knocked my boogie board over and she had to give me CPR.
We were screaming and panicking, but not Miss Frizzle. She was calm. She just lightly touched her chameleon in a bright light and left the bus.
She asked me out that night.
And then we were back on land. And we asked Miss Frizzle what happened, and all she would say is that chameleons can convey emotion by changing their skin color.
Hold up, she has a chameleon? That's weird.
It's weird indeed.
All of a sudden, you're back from another exciting trip with Miss Frizzle?
But I am, Father. Miss Frizzle took us to space today.
Space? I love space. Did you bring back some space souvenirs?
Miss Frizzle gave us spacesuits and told us scientists challenge the unknown.
So my favorite part of space was definitely the planets. My favorite being Pluto.
So we did. We challenged, and we asked Miss Frizzle a simple question.
Is Pluto a planet still? I don't know, it's always changing.
Timmy asked if it's a magic school bus, why do we need the spacesuits?
You know what, I'm gonna look it up.
All she said was scientists test their hypotheses. So he took off his helmet.
And it is.
All that's left of him is in this bag.
You learn something new every day, don't you, son?
I guess we do, Father. I guess we do.
Oh, welcome home, son. Do you have a fun class with Miss Frizzle today?
Today, Miss Frizzle wanted to teach us about geology, so she took us to an active volcano.
Volcanoes? I love volcanoes. I used to make them when I was back in school.
There was lava and ash everywhere, and then she said a scientist's job is to observe.
So what I do was I'd hollow out like a box of cardboard, and then I'd add some baking soda in there.
That's when we noticed the village.
The secret to make it look like really good lava was to add a little bit of red food dye.
We begged Miss Frizzle to let them on the bus. We had room, but she just kept saying, scientists, observe.
And if I was getting real crazy, I'd put a heat lamp to make it look hot.
Still hear their screams.
Well, that's enough reminiscent for me, but what did you learn on your little volcano excursion?
Lava can burn at 2,000 degrees Celsius.
Well, that Miss Frizzle, she really knows how to teach, doesn't she?
That she does. That she does.
So Ralphie's doing air tricks on audio. No, it's more like bouncing on a broadcast. Guys, he's obviously frolicking on a frequency. No, he's...
How can you guys be so calm?
Oh my god, what is your problem?
You're all so casual when we're on a psycho field trip with a mad woman and her cosmic lizard.
Well, we've been doing this for a long time, so we've just gotten used to it.
I don't want to get used to it. You say I just have to last out a year, but here right now my mind is breaking. I don't know if I can handle this anymore.
Troy, you're acting crazy. You gotta calm down.
No, I'm not gonna end up like all of you, stuck in this hell prison.
Troy, I feel you. I want to escape too, but without more information, there's not much we can do. Well, if he keeps up this attitude, he might be stuck with us too.
That's not gonna be me. I'm gonna find a way to end Miss Frizzle. Permanently.
That's not gonna end well.
Wait, he's surfing on—
Alright guys, Miss Frizzle wants us to get through this rainforest, so let's be careful and watch out for that quicksand.
Quicksand, you say?
What are you thinking about, Ralphie? Well, Stephen, have you ever heard of a quicksand bog? No, I haven't. It's the common movie trope that when our protagonists sink into some quicksand, it's actually the entrance to an underground temple filled with treasure. That has to be the dumbest. Hold on there, Stephen. Why do you bring this up, Ralphie? What are the odds that that quicksand leads to treasure? Ralphie, there's an absolute 0% chance of that. Now, Stephen, that's just not correct. Remember what Miss Frizzle says. That nothing is absolute. So sure, there is a slim chance. I'll take those odds.
Cannonball!
And he's gone.
I think the chameleon's following me.
Is that a dead body? Another beautiful day, right, buddy?
Is this my life now?
Everybody, if you look underneath your seats for this field trip, there are throw-up bags available. You know, I haven't really talked to Keisha much. You don't seem like the type to talk to girls. Says you, I talk to plenty of girls. Really? Name one. Hey Keisha, what are you up to? Oh, hey Steven. Carlos. Keisha. Well, I'm just helping the new students get through the year with Miss Frizzle. You know, giving them some tips and tricks and some advice. Really? Why do you do that? Well, I've been doing this a very long time, and I want to prevent as many people as becoming favorites of Miss Frizzle as possible. So why didn't you help me not be a favorite? Well...
So I saw what was going on with you, and I really wanted to help, but I was really overwhelmed with dealing with the other students and Miss Frizzle, so I reached out to the other favorites to see if anybody could talk to you, and only one volunteered.
Wait, so that means...
You were my best option? To be fair, I was your only option. The trip after that, Ralphie was actually consumed by white blood cells, and then, the trip after that, he was trapped in the Mariana Trench.
That's it, I'm done.
Troy, calm down, remember the breathing exercises.
I can't do this, Keisha. I can't do another Miss Frizzle trip. I think I'm gonna make a run for it.
Wait, Troy, don't do it!
I think I'm good. Oh no. Where am I? What is this?
You have committed an offense against the Frizz. This is your first and only warning. Do not do another.
What are you?
Be gone!
Jesus, Troy, are you alright?
Be good. I'll be good.
Keisha, what happened to him? No one ditches the Frizz, Steven. Carlos, no. Come on, he's probably dead. Let me get his fruit snacks. I'm not gonna let you... Oh, wait, hold on, he's waking up.
Oh, what happened?
Oh, deep breath. Don't worry. He just passed out.
Oh, I had the weirdest dream that we're on this magic school bus in space.
Ooh, you should look out the window. Are you kidding me, Carlos? Don't worry, we're gonna help you through this.
I didn't agree to that.
Carlos, come on. What? I have my own newbie to worry about.
What the hell is going on?
Listen, for 1 year, you're gonna go through a lot of unexplainable and traumatic stuff with Miss Frizzle, but we're gonna help you through it.
Okay, thank you.
My name's Keisha. I wanna make sure you pass this class.
Unless he passes away.
Carlos! Hey, nothing. Why did the bus say us? I still think about that a lot. And, Steven, you know you're a weird kid, right?
Excuse me?
I mean, look at the situation we're in. Miss Frizzle has taken us to an abandoned mine, so we have first-hand experience with cave-ins. And instead of having a normal reaction, you are bombarding me with dumb questions. Oh, I'm sorry, Carlos. I'm sorry that I can't wrap my head around the nightmare science loop that we're in. How am I supposed to be acting, The normal reaction would be more like, that kid.
We're gonna die. I want my mom. We're gonna die.
You want me to act like that? Yeah, look, he's like pissing, he's crying, he's doing the whole 9 yards. So much to unpack. First, hold that thought. Kid, what's your name?
My name is Troy.
Well, Troy, could you do me the favor and bring it down a couple notches?
I think I'm having a panic attack.
And you're giving my ears an attack, so calm it down.
Oh, okay. I think I'm just getting really lightheaded, so I'm gonna lie down.
Thank you. Wait, that's bad. That could be gases. We should go. That's why I always consider Digimon better than Pokemon. Your thoughts, Steven? Interesting counterpoint.
Carlos, there's a steel beam in my chest.
What did you think was gonna happen when the Frizz wanted to teach us about magnetism?
I think I'm dying.
There you are. Are you gonna finish your sandwich?
Well, at least I'll be away from the Frizz.
Oh, death's not an escape.
What?
You're a favorite now, buddy. There's no way you're dying that soon.
But what about Ralphie? I thought he was the one who dies.
Well, Ralphie's a unique case where he dies every day. But for us, yeah, we can die, but the Frizz wants to teach us. So we're brought back every time.
So this is just gonna keep happening?
I'm on my, 34th life. It's really not that big a deal.
So what happens now?
I could tell you, or I can just let it happen.
What are you?
Oh, fuck. Steven, get up. It's time for school.
Oh, no.
Carlos, this is a horrible idea. Trust me, Steven, this is the easiest way to figure out this worksheet question of how bees react to when their queen is attacked. I think of 100 that are better than Ralphie smacking the queen bee with a stick. You guys sure this is safe, right? Calm down, kid. Alright, Ralphie, get to beeswhacking. See? No problem. That was pretty... Oh, the bees! He's getting torn apart by those drones! Well, we have our answer. Do not whack queen with a stick.
Hey, Carlos?
Hold up, I'm trying to write down my answer.
What do you think happens when those bees realize we're foreign invaders too?
Oh.
I think we should run.
I cannot believe the Frizz gave us another worksheet. Steven, you want to partner up? I'm not really feeling it today, so I think I'm just gonna stay by the bus and chill. Ooh, I don't think that's gonna be a good idea. You know what, Carlos? Can we not do the I know more than you comedy routine that we seem to have going? Huh? Can we not? Oh, who's the expert now? Alright, you want to stay by the bus? Fine. Thank you. You know, I just noticed how weird this bus looks. Oh my god, it's alive! It's alive! It's alive!
Please.
Please, what? What do you want?
Kill.
Alright, who do you want me to kill? Miss Frizzle? Her Jackson Chameleon? Carlos?
Us.
Did you just say us?
Kill us. Kill us. Kill us. Kill.
Oh no, you know what, Carlos? I think I'm gonna help you with that worksheet now. Hey Carlos, I thought of a couple more questions I had. Can this wait? Ralphie's stuck in a pie and I made a bet with Phoebe that he could probably chew his way out.
Guys, help me. The crust is too thick.
Speaking of Ralphie, is he part of the loop? Technically, yes, he repeats the loop with us, but apparently he did something that really pissed off the Frizz before my time, and now he dies every trip. What about my family? Are they affected? Okay, let me make this as simple as possible. Anybody in your home, like your mom, your dad, or your grandma, at the start of the loop, are now trapped in it, unaging, unaware, undying. But what about more questions? Ralphie's about to be put in the oven, and I'm not losing any more money to Phoebe. So come on, Ralphie, chew faster!
Oh, it's starting to get hot.
Okay, one more. Why do some people remember and some don't? Now that's interesting. See, me and Phoebe have two different theories. She thinks that's about willpower. The stronger the will, the more you resist, the more you remember. What's your theory? I think Miss Frizzle and her chameleon feed off fear. In order to fear something, you need to know what it is. Now are we done with the questions? For now, thank you. And now, damn it, Ralphie, now I owe Phoebe $20.
Yo, these fruit snacks are about to slap.
Hey, Carlos! My fruit snacks, what the hell? Carlos, why am I in the 6th grade again? This is the first day of classes. Who are you?
Not you too. Nah, I'm just Josh and Steven. I know who you are.
Then why would you pretend you didn't? Because you made me spill my fruit snacks. If you don't tell me what's going on, I'm gonna beat the shit out of you.
Alright, don't get your balls on a twist. So what's usually supposed to happen is you have the Frizz for a year, you get traumatized on our field trips, and if you go unnoticed, you graduate with a little bit of trauma.
I thought I did that.
But if you show a trait she likes, like humor or say curiosity, then she'll want to teach you more. Thus, she'll trap you in a repeating loop of the 6th grade.
For how long?
Don't know. I'm still one of the younger favorites, so...
You've been here since when?
When did the Challenger explode?
Oh, Steven, why don't you take some time to figure this out?
You're making jokes on the worst day of my life?
And you spilled my fruit snacks, so we're having an equally bad day. Wake up, sleepyhead, it's time for school!
Dad, what the hell are you talking about? It's the start of summer vacation.
No, it's the end of summer vacation, and it's the first day of classes.
No, it's not. We haven't even...
We went to the beach, we went to the arcade, we did a whole bunch of activities, don't you remember?
Oh, it all feels like a blur.
All of it must have blended together because it was so much fun, but it has to end, and you have a class to get to.
Okay, I'm just glad I'm done with Miss Frizzle and in 7th grade.
You're a year early for that, bud.
What did you just say?
You're in 6th grade, champ.
No, I already went through an entire year of 6th grade with Miss Frizzle.
Miss Frizzle? Oh, you mean your homeroom teacher?
No, this doesn't make sense. This isn't... I'm one of her favorites.
Oh, I heard she's a delight, and if you're lucky, she may take you on a fun field trip.
With the Frizz? No way.
Hey son, how was your last day of 6th grade?
Pretty good. I'm glad my 1 year with Miss Frizzle's over.
Glad to hear it, son.
But I did have a weird interaction with her.
Like what?
Well, Miss Frizzle wanted to go on one last field trip with us, so she took us to the beginning of the universe, the Big Bang.
No.
So as we watched the last bits of matter collide that'll spark off our universe, Miss Frizzle looked at me and said, Steven, the odds of the Big Bang happening are astronomically low, but the odds of being in my class are even lower.
No.
And then she smiles at me and says, Steven, you like asking questions, so I have one for you.
Please don't say it.
How do you prove a good hypothesis? So I obviously responded, you...
Repeat it.
Dad, why did she ask me that?
You got a difficult journey ahead.
I thought I did my time. You do 1 year with Miss Frizzle, and you move on to the 7th grade.
Not a 7th grader. One of her favorites.
Son, where are you? You're gonna be late for Miss Frizzle's class.
I'm not going.
Steven, what are you doing underneath the bed?
Every day, Miss Frizzle takes us on a new, eye-opening field trip on how horrible the world really is.
Steven...
The world is filled with such unknown horrors like Miss Frizzle keeps showing that I'd rather stay here underneath my bed.
You can't hide from the universe, let alone Miss Frizzle, by staying underneath your bed.
Why not?
Well, firstly, if you're late again, that chameleon will probably hunt both of us down and give us a fate worse than death.
Huh?
Secondly, sure, the universe is a cruel and unfeeling place, and everyday life is filled with little things that can kill us at any moment.
How is that helping?
But there can be beauty in that horror. Take space. You could see it as a godless void of nothing, or an infinite frontier of possibilities.
But...
If you focus on what life could be, you miss out on what it can be, okay?
Okay, Dad. But can we go back to what you said about the chameleon, though?
No time for that, we're late!
Hey, Ralphie, what does this look like? Mushed up frog? Oh, I gotta take my dog to the hospital.
Ralphie! How you feeling, buddy?
Yeah, pretty good, but how about you? You rocking glasses now?
Yeah, image change, but enough about me. Let's talk about you. I'm surprised you're doing so well, seeing as you were struck by lightning yesterday.
The hell are you talking about? Well, Miss Frizzle wanted us to learn about lightning yesterday, so she flew us to Lake Maracaibo with the most lightning strikes. I remember. You do? So do you recall Miss Frizzle pushing you out of the bus and letting you get hit by lightning so we could all learn how it affects a human body? No, she gave me a pat on the back and then we went home. Steven, you should really drop this. No, Carlos, I have proof. I took a photo of the incident. Ain't this just a pic of the Frizz's chameleon? Huh? This was normal like a minute ago. Yeah, I think you should go get some rest, buddy. But what a shocking twist. Fuck Carlos. Hey, Steven, what'd you get for number 4? Carlos, this seems like a fucked up way to learn about spiders. I know, Miss Frizzle is signing us a worksheet on a field trip? Like what?
I mean, yeah, but also what's happening with Ralphie. Hey guys, I think I want to get down now.
Oh, that. It's cool. Ralphie's our red shirt. These are what? So you know how Miss Frizzle always says that for a scientist, first-hand observation is the best? Yeah. So whenever that experiment is extremely dangerous, she volunteers Ralphie. And he's cool with that? No, the experiments usually end with him dying.
I think I hear the spider coming back.
Then how is he here? Once he dies, we go back home, and the next day he's back in class with no memories of his painful death. Oh, I'm sorry, what? Yeah, it's horrible. Can we skip past the web of questions and you just tell me number 4? Okay. Number 4 is the spider will most likely liquefy its prey.
Did you say liquefy?
Son, why are you boarding up the windows in the middle of the night? I'm boarding up the windows to keep us safe, because I know exactly what Miss Frizzle is now. Okay, she's like what, Irish? Miss Frizzle is an alien. An alien? Hear me out. So Miss Frizzle took us into space today to explore galaxies, and while we were up there, she said that it would take humans 2.5 million years just to get to that point. So I challenged her. Oh, like this alien's teaching you something. So I asked her a question. I said, if it would take humans this long to get to this point, what about an alien? And she said, you're not ready for that info. Huh? Steven. Not getting it. It all adds up. The bus that transcends time and space. The lizard. How nobody cares about the trips. It just makes sense. Miss Frizzle is not an alien, Steven. You're just not getting it. She's a... Son, I'm telling you, she's not an alien.
Dad, do you know what Miss Frizzle is?
Of course I do. She's your teacher, silly, so you better get some rest for your fun trip with her tomorrow.
With the frizz? No way.
Dad, we have a problem. Son, you made me spill my juice. Have you not noticed that me and the entire class were kidnapped by Miss Frizzle and we've been gone for a week? Are you sure about that? Oh yeah, I'm sure. Miss Frizzle dropped us off in the Sahara Desert because one kid misspelled the word dessert and she wanted to make sure we understood the difference. Well, you are in the 6th grade. It's something you should know. Can we focus? Do you want to know what I found out? I found out the Sahara Desert is as big as China. Do you want to know how I found that out? By walking it. Son, there's no way you could be gone for a week.
It's so cold at night that we had to hollow out some camels we found like we were Luke Skywalker on Hoth. How did you not know I was gone?
I guess it just slipped my mind. Dad? Son, you're back. Let's go get some dessert to celebrate. But you... Okay. Hey, Carlos. What's your theory?
About what?
You know why Miss Frizzle takes us on these trips?
I thought I told you to stop asking questions.
But there's so many things about this that don't make sense. So if you're not gonna tell me your theory, can't tell you mine?
No, but I think I'm gonna hear about it anyways.
Okay, get this. Miss Frizzle is from a dystopian future, and she's come back in time in order to train us, in order so we're better prepared for whatever fucks up her future.
I'm sorry, but what kind of sci-fi chosen one bullshit is that?
Alright, Mr. Comedian, you got a better one?
We were horrible people when we were alive.
Huh? More crime level bad, like asked for the manager too many times bad. And then when we died, we got sent to hell for our eternal punishment. Wait, what do you mean eternal? She teaches for a year.
You still think that? You're in for a bloody good time.
Eh?
Fuck, Carlos.
Excuse me, are you Principal Ashton? Yeah, that's me. How can I help you, Mr... That'd be FBI Agent Giroux, and I'm here to investigate one of your teachers, a Miss Frizzle. Miss Frizzle! Why are you asking about her? Well, sir, we've gotten several anonymous calls about her activities that are ranging from breaking and entering to child endangerment to even kidnapping. That can't be our Miss Frizzle, because our Miss Frizzle is a dedicated teacher with years, decades of service behind her. Maybe so, but I still have to ask some questions. What was that? We have cockroaches. Loads of them. You know, dirty little things. So you should definitely get out of here before you get anything dirty on you. Acting very erratic. Is something going on here? I'm trying to help you out, so if you don't leave... No. Is that a Camille? Oh, no. Leave. Not again. Janice, call the janitor with a mop. Alright, y'all. Remember the plan? Yeah, we gotta keep Ralphie alive at all cost. You make it sound simple. Question, why don't we just nab him before classes, you know? It's not suspicious, there's nobody around, we just quickly show him to my dad, maybe get some information. Well, when Ralphie dies, he wakes up the next day like the rest of us and comes straight to classes. And sure, maybe we can nab him before that, but none of us know where he lives.
You've known him for years. How do you not know his address?
I have better things to do than think about Ralphie. Guys, focus. This is gonna be tough enough without us bickering. We got this. With our skills combined, keeping Ralphie alive is gonna be a piece of cake.
Oh my god, Jesus, who fell off the roof?
Hello, children. Today's lesson is about gravity. Piece of cake, huh?
Scrambled omelet, scrambled. You guys see what I'm saying? Oh yeah, this is a big problem. He is fried. Got any ideas? Try talking to him again. Don't you think I've already tried that? Well, maybe because there's fellow students here, that might trigger a different response. Alright. Hey, Dad. Oh, son. Did you have a fun trip with Miss Frizzle today? Yeah, it was super fun, but I need to talk to you about... Great to hear, son. But you need to get your rest for tomorrow's field trip. You never know what's in store. But I can make you some eggs so you have some nutrition in your system. Do you want it scrambled, omelet? See? Wait, I have an idea. Scrambled omelet, scrambled. Did you just slap my dad? No, that was clearly a backhand. There's a difference. Wait, Steven, you said that what caused this was you guys talking about Ralphie, correct? Yeah, as soon as I started talking about Ralphie, he started going on and on about the notebook. Then maybe what might snap him out of it is bringing Ralphie to see your dad. Great idea! Let's bring Ralphie here! That's easier said than done. Why? What's the problem? Well, Ralphie has a tendency to die on every field trip, which means he doesn't make it to after school. And the best chance of seeing your dad without arousing suspicion is after school, which means we probably have to try and keep Ralphie alive for an entire field trip. And even if we do manage to save him from one of his more accidental deaths, and sometimes Miss Frizzle just goes out of her way to kill him, which means we're competing with both nature itself and Miss Frizzle, which is a near impossible task. So let me get this straight. In order for us to get our best chance of escaping this loop, we have to save Ralphie, a man who constantly puts himself in harm's way or is put in harm's way while avoiding the gaze of Miss Frizzle. Is that correct? Yep, basically. Let's get to it then. Well, I think this is gonna be an excellent decision. Carlos, come on, it was right there.
Why does my stomach always hurt?
Do you think it's maybe because we eat fruit snacks for every meal?
Wait, so it's bad that I eat fruit snacks all the time?
Extremely so. You seem to have the taste buds of a child.
Do you think it's maybe because I've been trapped in the 6th grade for several decades?
Hey guys, I need your help.
Oh my god, Steven, it's not always about you. We're talking about...
I think my dad was a former student of Miss Frizzle who somehow escaped and might hold the key to us figuring out what Miss Frizzle's about and a way for all of us to break the loop.
Okay, let's talk about you.
So I got a tip that my dad might know more than he's letting on, so I confronted him about it. And as soon as I did, something clicked in him, and suddenly he was telling me things about Miss Frizzle and Ralphie and about this notebook he had, which seemed to be really important. But before he could tell me more, something kind of like freaked him out and he got put on reboot mode. And now all he talks about is eggs.
You're kidding.
That notebook might be our only clue of getting out of Miss Frizzle's class.
How do you know all this?
Somebody named the Purdue...
Don't say that name.
What the hell? Miss Frizzle hates that person. You see, if anybody even remotely mentions that they've had contact with them, it's instant detention. No questions asked.
Okay, so what do we do now?
We are doing nothing because you are on a fool's errand. Even you mentioning this to me and Carlos has probably doomed us to an eternity in the bus. And while I may not consider this living, it's much better than the alternative.
Keisha's right, man. This is next level shit. So I think everything would be better if we just drop this.
No. No? Because you two might be satisfied with this endless repeating cycle, but I am not. I'd rather fail knowing I did everything I could to get out of it than be stuck here and becoming cynical and lifeless like you two. And I thought that maybe you two had a semblance of what it means to be a person
left in you that you might help me. But maybe I was wrong.
You think what I'm thinking?
Yeah, I am.
What?
I guess I'm a fool too.
So you guys are in? Well, what's trading one eternity for another? We're in. Let's get to planning. Now that is an interesting conversation.
Hey, Dad. Can I talk to you real quick?
Well, look who's up bright and early. My darling baby boy.
Well, you see, I got a ton of questions I need to ask you.
Well, before all that, I have a question for you, mister. How do you want your eggs?
Dad, hold on. This is really important.
Would you like them scrambled, over easy, a little bit runny?
Dad, please, I just need...
Maybe hard boiled? Oh, we can do an omelet!
Dad!
Now, son, what is all the hullabaloo about?
Dad, I need to know, did you ever have Miss Frizzle as a teacher?
I mean, probably. I did go to school here for a while.
I'm sorry, you were a student here?
Yeah, you didn't know? This is my hometown.
This is your hometown? How am I just finding out about this?
We lived here until the 6th grade, and then the incident happened.
The incident?
Oh, it's in the past. It's all foggy and mixed up. It's not that important.
Dad, did you ever know a kid by the name of Ralphie?
Ralphie?
Someone told me that in order to understand Miss Frizzle, I need to figure out what happened to Ralphie and that you might know. So, Dad, please, is there anything you could tell me?
Ralphie.
Dad, are you alright?
Son, I need you to listen to me. We don't have a lot of time before my mind is stuck back in the loop.
Dad, slow down. You know about the loop?
There's a notebook in my study. It's gonna have all the information that you need.
A notebook? You're not making any sense.
It's in a safe. There's the
Roger.
The safe is...
Dad, are you okay?
No outside variables.
Dad? Dad!
Son, you should get ready for Miss Frizzle's class.
What about the code, Dad? The code!
How would you like your eggs? Scrambled, omelet, scrambled.
Oh, I'm gonna need some backup.
Everybody, back to the bus and away from tuberculosis. You know, it really doesn't look like tuberculosis. It kind of looks more like... Steven, there is a virus trying to eat us. I don't have time to debate what it kind of looks like. You know, Keisha, I had a thought. If we just come back after we die, why are we even running? 1, because it's extremely painful. And 2, because the more you die, the more you lose a part of yourself, and you end up turning your brain into mush. Oh yeah, that makes sense. Huh. Oops. Go! Steven!
Dorothy Ann, you absolute.
Bye-bye, Steven.
Oh no.
Hey, take my hand. Thanks for the help. I guess you could call me a producer of sorts. Keisha, why is it getting so hot in here? Well, as Ralphie gets sicker and sicker, his body's gonna get hotter and hotter, so we need to figure out what's wrong with him before we're boiled alive. And how do we do that? Well, I think I figured out. You hear that? Yeah, I know exactly what that is. Oh, why'd you throw a pen at me? Dorothy Ann, why are you following us? I wasn't following you, I was just taking notes on Ralphie's body. Really? Taking note of Ralphie's clogged arteries, are we? Wow, I'm just concerned about my classmates' well-being. Guys? Dorothy, for the last time, I don't want to be Miss Frizzle's favorite. See, that's what you want me to think. Guys! You gotta be like this, can you at least help us figure out what Miss Frizzle infected Ralphie with? You haven't figured it out yet? The coughing, the heat, it all points to... Yeah, tuberculosis. I advise that we run. One normal trip. That's all I want.
Ralphie no feel good.
Okay, who's following me? Oh, that was me. My name is... You know what? You seem like a background character, so you don't gotta tell me your name. Just, what do you want? Well, you seem to know a lot about Miss Frizzle, so I just wanted to know, have you ever asked her to, like, go home? Asking to go home, just like that. Yeah, has anybody tried just walking up to Miss Frizzle and saying, I don't want to be here, take me home? You know, I don't think anybody has. Wait, really? Yeah, man, why don't you go try it out right now? You got it.
Beginning today's experiment number...
Miss Frizzle, I have something to tell you. Yes, well, my name is... You don't have to tell me your name. Well, I don't want to be here. Take me home. Okay. Wait, really? It was that simple?
Well, you just have to wait on the bus until I'm ready to take you home, okay?
Of course. Hey, guys, why don't you...
Idiot.
Oh no. No.
Morning, world. It's Ralphie.
Seems like Ralphie's coughing up blood.
Hello children, and welcome to the inside of a human body, aka Ralphie. Now can any of you guess which part we're learning today? Obviously the brain, right? Good guess, but no. Oh, sorry, I meant the heart. No, Dorothy Ann. Oh no, I meant enough, Dorothy.
Please don't see me, please don't see me.
Stephen, what do you think? Maybe about the immune system? Correct. Good job.
Steven.
Today's lesson is simple. I've infected Ralphie with a deadly virus. You have 2 hours to explore his body and figure out what I infected him with. Should you not return to the bus in 2 hours, you will be left behind, trapped in Ralphie's body forever. Any questions? Yes, Carlos, there is a...
What? You're kidding! That's bullshit!
Hey, Keisha.
I'm not telling you what a caldera is.
Come on, you know I hate worksheets. Hey guys, I need your help. What did you do now? See, I think I have a stalker.
No, Steven, I think that's more of a stalk her. You get it? Because she's a...
I get it. Do you guys know who she is? That is Dorothy Ann, and she is obsessed with the Frizz.
She's what?
Well, Dorothy believes that the Frizz is a god-made flesh, and that we are all her new flock, and that the Frizz will usher us into a new age of prosperity.
And she hates anybody who gets in the way of her and her god.
Oh, I feel like this is gonna be a very fun loop. I think I'm starting to understand why everyone hates worksheets. What was that? Is someone here? Steven, what did Miss Frizzle tell you? Damn it, why does everyone sneak up on me? Did you talk about me at all? I don't even know you. No, of course you talked about me. I'm her favorite. I'm her favorite. What? But now she's taking an interest in you, which means you're coming after my spot, aren't you? Slow down. Oh, you think just because Miss Frizzle talks to you a little, that makes you her next protege? Because no, that's me. Can you just listen to me? Enjoy it now, Steven, because I'm gonna be watching for the next time you slip up. Because when you do, I'll be there. I'll be there.
I need to get out this class. Okay, you guys don't want to work with me because I asked too many questions? It's fine, I can figure out this worksheet by myself. Number 1, what is a caldera?
A caldera, a large volcanic crater, especially one formed by a major eruption leading to the collapse of the mouth of the volcano. Miss Frizzle, hi! I was just being a good student, I hope.
Yeah, totally, being the best I can be.
Stephen, I wanted to check in on you and see how you're feeling after that incident with your friend Troy.
Oh no, I'm good. I'm right as rain, and he was more of like an acquaintance, really.
You have a lot of potential, Stephen, and I just hope you don't squander it on fruitless endeavors.
I'll keep that in mind, Miss Frizzle.
Good. Remember, I'm keeping an eye on you, Stephen.
Yeah, good to know.
That should be me.
Who said that?
How does this class get weirder and weirder? Hello, children, and welcome to our next field trip.
Oh, dope, is that lava?
Okay, guys, this doesn't seem too bad. Stephen, I realized something. Every time you speak up, the situation gets worse. No, that's not true, right, Keisha? I hate agreeing with Carlos, but you kind of have a track record. Now, settle down, students. You see, we're here at Mount Etna, the world's most active volcano, in order to learn more about how volcanoes function. Miss Frizzle, how dangerous is this exactly?
You're doing it again.
That's a great question, Stephen. Ralphie will demonstrate.
I'm doing what?
Well, at least it can't get any worse. And to ensure that all of you are learning, I brought worksheets.
No, are you kidding me? Fuck you, Steven.
If you will, allow me to tell you a story about a simple middle school with a science teacher known as Miss Frizzle. Now, Miss Frizzle loved to take her students on safe, educational, and all-around heartwarming field trips. By her side are cute and cuddly chameleon companion and her little magic school bus. Now, Miss Frizzle had some favorite students she loved to take on these adventures, like the caretaker Keisha, the cynical Carlos, the clueless Ralphie, and the curious Stephen. Now these students feel like they're trapped in these adventures in an endless loop of horrors that Miss Frizzle shows them. But honestly, nothing in this world is ever as it seems. Hello, children.
Oh, son, how was your day with Miss Frizzle?
It was great.
but I think I'm gonna go sit in the shower for a while.
Okay, you have fun now.
Audio report 502. There was a failed attempt to get rid of Miss Frizzle today. They went after the lizard. And now one more student has fallen victim to our all-consuming experiment. With every loop, she grows stronger, and I forget more. But these recordings and my notes have given me a fighting chance. That doesn't mean there hasn't been setbacks. My son is now officially one of her favorites and trapped in her field trips. There's not much I can do to help, and that won't put us and the mission at risk. I will find a way to bring Miss Frizzle's tyranny to an end. For me, for my son, and for you, little brother.
Where am I? Troy, do you know what the hardest part of any experiment is? Miss Frizzle. It's finding the right participants. What are you talking about? For example, you've had an experiment you wanted to run for a long time, and after much trial and error, you finally find the correct individuals for it. What the hell does this have to do with me? But what happens when one of the individuals starts to negatively affect the others?
Oh no.
Wouldn't you want to remove this person from the others? Stay back, I have your lizard! Troy, I think you've earned yourself a detention.
No, please. This won't happen again.
You're right. It most certainly will not.
What is this? Where am I? What is that noise? No. No!
Troy, I'm glad I found you. We need to talk. Oh great, Steven, you're just in time. I got Miss Frizzle's lizard right here. No, you don't understand. I don't think going after the lizard is the right thing to do anymore. Oh, Steven, they got to you too. But don't worry. I'll end this for both of us. Please, Troy, I'm telling you, this isn't the way out. Keisha, I found them. Oh bad, oh bad, oh bad, 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 bad. Oh, all of you, stay back, or the lizard gets it. Troy, listen to me. You're making a huge mistake.
You guys don't get it. I can't keep going on these field trips anymore. I'm at my breaking point. So getting rid of this lizard is what I gotta do.
What are you all just staring at? Hello, children. Get down, you little... Hey, Troy, what are you, mad at knowledge or something? I'm trying to lure Miss Frizzle's chameleon into the bag so I can end it and then free us from Miss Frizzle's class. Oh, so we're just doing dumb ideas today. We're just being idiots. You know what, Carlos? Shut up! Oh, look at you. Troy put on his big boy pants today. You may have Steven fooled with your little comedy routine, but not me. I see through your bullshit, Carlos. Alright, you want real talk? We'll do real talk. This is a horrible idea that will lead to heartache. No, you're not tricking me anymore. You don't trust me? Fine. Go ahead. Just don't bring Steven into it. Steven's a big boy. He can make his own decisions. Like me. Wow. Got you, little bugger. You know, when this all goes wrong, don't say I didn't warn you. Believe me, I won't. Don't worry, little one. You're my ticket out of here. Son, you've been very quiet today. You had a bad day at school?
Dad, I know you don't pay attention, but I need somebody to talk to.
Well, I pay attention to everything, like the restaurant we ate at yesterday.
I have trapped us in a situation where I have to go on field trips with Miss Frizzle, probably forever.
The food did not look good. I definitely got food poisoning.
And every field trip has been worse and more of a horror show than the last, and I want to escape.
So now I think in the future, we're just gonna eat somewhere else. Like, I'll probably never eat at that Chili's again.
And I've been given an opportunity to escape, but I don't know if I should trust it.
And another thing.
Maybe I should help Troy get rid of the chameleon.
Dad, what the hell?
Don't hurt the lizard.
What? And I need you to listen to me right now. Under no circumstances should you harm Miss Frizzle's lizard.
Oh my god, Dad, do you know? Why not? Why?
Yes, please tell me. Because you shouldn't hurt animals, silly. Let's get going.
Okay, Dad.
Troy, I got your note to meet at this creepy alley. Where are you? I figured it out, Steven. Jesus, you figured what out? I figured out how to stop Miss Frizzle. It's by killing the lizard. Explain. You see, I've seen the true form of the lizard as a big cosmic being. Okay, and? So what if the lizard holds all the power and Miss Frizzle's just a person trapped like us? So if we end the lizard, we'll all be free. That does make some sense. But we should probably run it by Carlos and Keisha first. No, we can't trust them. What do you mean, of course we can trust them? They're our friends? They've been around the lizard for too long. They've been corrupted by it. No, that's crazy talk. They say they want to keep people out of the loop, yet you got stuck in it. So do you think they have your best interest? I'm gonna do this with or without you, so we can finally have a normal field trip. With the frizz? No way. You really helped me out there, mister.
I gave up real people names a long time ago. You can just call me the producer.
Well, whatever your name is, thanks for the save.
Save is a strong word. I more had to ask you a question.
Sure. What do you want to know?
What do you want? What do I want? You see, you need to make a choice, Steven, on what you want to do. Because whatever you decide right here at this moment will change the course of everything.
I don't know how to answer that.
Okay, let me help you out. Do you want to run away from Miss Frizzle? Do you want to escape? Do you want to kill her? Or do you want to join her? What do you want?
I want to just know the truth. Like, what is going on? Why I was picked? Why this is all just happening?
Now that is a good answer.
It is?
Okay, we don't have long because I think I hear Miss Frizzle's chameleon, and if she finds us, we're both dead.
Whoa, can you like slow down?
Listen very close because I'm gonna give you a hint right now.
Now you want to give me a hint? Just, what is going on?
It's complicated. You can just ask Carlos for more details.
What do you mean? I don't.
You need to find out what happened to Ralphie because that's kind of the key to everything.
How do I figure that out?
None of the other students I know what happened to him. Simple. Ask your dad.
What?
Talk to you soon.
Oh, that's gonna hurt for a while.